I come to you tonight, my beloved, the way I have come every night of this Muharram. From behind the veils, from the place no eye has yet seen, from the long patient hour of the occultation in which I am kept by my Lord, until the appointed time, when the appointed time arrives and the appointed earth is ready and the appointed people are standing. The taper is on the grey stone where it has been since the first night. It has not gone out. It will not go out. Tonight, beside the taper, my mother Fatima, peace and blessings be upon her, has placed something different. A small clay tablet, the color of pale earth, with the smell of a place that does not exist anywhere else in the world. This is the dust of Karbala, my beloved. The dust the foreheads of believers have been pressing themselves against in prayer for 14.5 centuries. The dust that was, on the morning we walk to now, simply ground, flat, baked, indifferent. The dust that, by the noon of that morning, had become the floor against which the forehead of the religion was pressed in its final prostration. The dust that, ever since, has been carried in the pockets of the faithful from Karbala to every corner of the world, so that wherever a believer prays, the dust of the field of my forefathers between the believer's forehead and the ground of his own land. Tonight, on the eve of the 10th, the dust is beside the taper. It has not yet been pressed against. It will be pressed against tonight. I was not there, but I remember. The morning we walk to is the morning of the 10th of Muharram in the year 61 of the Hijrah. The water has been cut from the camp for 3 full days. The sun is climbing. The thirst is in every throat that opens the 72, whose lamps would not flicker, whose names I gave you 2 nights ago, are standing in their ranks in armor that has not slept, in bodies that have not eaten, with the breath of the morning prayer still on their lips. My forefather, the master of witnesses, peace and blessings be upon him, leads them in that prayer. He leads them in his armor. He leads them with his back to no one. And when the prayer ends, he turns toward the army arrayed against him. An army gathered by Umar, the son of Saad, at the command of Ubaydullah, the son of Ziyad, at the command of Yazid, the son of Muawiyah. May the mercy of God be distant from all of them. And he calls out, in a voice the chronicles preserve as the one all could hear. O people, hear my words, and do not hasten against me until I have counseled you about my coming, and explained to you why I am here. If you accept my counsel and give me justice, then it would be for your blessing. And if you refuse it, then my guardian is God, who has revealed the book, and he is the guardian of the righteous. A single sentence, the kind of sentence a man speaks when he is being made to speak in conditions where speaking has been refused. And then the first arrow is fired. The day names itself, the 10th, the day every day since has been measured against. I was not there, but I remember. You have walked 9 nights with me, my beloved. You have seen the men go out one by one, the family roll as the chroniclers have it, sons before fathers, brothers before brothers, the household offering itself in order. Tonight I name them again briefly, because the man we have come to has come to the moment of being alone. My forefather Muslim, the son of Aqil, peace and blessings be upon him, he who went before us all in Kufa, whose blood was already crossing the desert toward this morning while he was being lifted from the roof of honey. The son of Urwa, the 4th night was his. My forefather Hur, the son of Yazid of the tribe of Raya, peace and blessings be upon him, he whose name means free, and who became in his last hour what his name had always promised, the fifth night was his. My forefather Wahab, the son of Abdillah of the tribe of Kalb, the Christian, peace and blessings be upon him. The young Christian who walked into the completion of a tradition, who fell at the foot of the standard with his mother standing among the tents and his wife asking my forefather for the right to die beside her husband. The fifth night was also his. My forefathers, the four young men of the morning of Ashura, Qasim, the son of Al-Hassan, the orphan bridegroom, Ali al-Akbar, the son of Al-Husayn, the perfect resemblance of the Prophet, and the sons of my aunt Sayyedah Zaynab, and my forefather Abdillah, the son of Ja'far at-Tayyar, the one who flies, who rode out reciting the chapters and verses of the Quran, and Muhammad, who fell a half step behind his brother in the place his brother was making for him. Peace and blessings be upon them all. The sixth night was theirs. My forefathers, the 72, Habib, the son of Muzahir, the elder, Burayya, the son of Qudayr, the Qari, the doyen of Quran reciters, Zuhair, the son of Al-Kain, the convert, Said, the son of Abdullah of the tribe of Hanifa, the lover who would, in the final prayer, take 13 arrows for the prayer to be completed, Muslim, the son of Awsaja, the resolute, peace and blessings be upon them all, the lamps that would not flicker. The eighth night was theirs. And with them my beloved, the rest of the 72, the freedmen and the converts, the Banu Hashim cousins who rode out behind the four young men of the morning, the youth from the tribes and the elders whose fathers had fought beside the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, his family and his righteous companions, the men of Kufa who, having been part of the silence, refused at the last hour to remain in it. Every name the chronicles preserve, and every name only my Lord preserves. Peace and blessings be upon them all. The 72 stations held the line one by one, until there was no station left to hold but the one at the center. My uncle Abbas, peace and blessings be upon him, the moon of the Banu Hashim, the standard bearer, the one whose hands were left at the riverbank, the one who held with his teeth what his hands no longer could. The seventh night was his. And the infant, Ali al-Asghar, peace and blessings be upon him, whose throat the arrow of Harmala, the son of Kahil of the tribe of Asad, may the mercy of God be distant from him, found in the arms of his father. The morning he was lifted toward the sky and lowered, his small wound on his father's chest, into the earth my forefather covered with his own hands. The ninth night, last night, was his. And then, my beloved, after all of them have gone, my forefather, the master of witnesses, stands alone, alone in a field of his own family, alone for the first time since he was born, because there is no one left to stand beside him. The chronicles preserve a moment the heart cannot carry on first reading. He turns toward the tents, he sees what no man should see. The women he has come from, and the women he has come with, watching from the doorways. He sees my aunt Sayyedah Zaynab among them, and beside her, my aunt Sayyedah Rabab with the small body still in her arms, and the daughters, the women whose names the chronicles preserve, and the women whose names only my Lord preserves. And in that moment my forefather is alone, and is not alone. He is alone in the field. He is not alone in the witness. The household has returned to God ahead of him. The household is waiting for him. The master of witnesses is the last one left to make the crossing. I was not there, but I remember. The chroniclers preserve a moment, my beloved, when my forefather raised his voice over the field. The wounds were in him already. The thirst was in him already. The household had gone before him already. And he raised his voice, not to the army arrayed against him, but to the desert, and to the heart of any man in the desert who might still answer. The low hoof of Sayyid, the son of Tawus, preserves the cry, and Muthir al-Ahzan of Ibn Nama al-Hili, and the Maqtal of al-Khwarizmi. Is there anyone who will come to the defense of the family of the Messenger of God? Is there any believer who fears God with regards to our rights? Is there any rescuer who will come to our aid for the sake of God? Is there any helper who desires God's reward for supporting us? The wailing of the women in the tents rose. The desert returned only its own wind. Hear what kind of cry this is, my beloved. The man crying is the man at the center of the household of the Prophet. The man crying is the grandson of the man through whom the religion came. The man crying is the son of the man whose justice had been the measure of the age. The man crying is the heir of every prophet who has walked the earth: Adam, Noah, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, peace and blessings be upon them all. And the heir of the man who carried what they carried into the final shape it would take. And his voice fell into the desert and came back empty. Because the people who could have answered were comfortable. Because the people who could have answered were afraid. Because the people who could have answered had told themselves stories about why they could not. Because the khawas of the city, the ones we named 2 nights ago, had loved their own lives more than they had loved the truth, and had let their small sins grow into the inability to refuse. And the man on the field heard the silence. And the silence is what I want you to hear with me now, my beloved. Because the silence is what you and I will be asked in the field that is ours, not to return. I was not there, but I remember. The chronicles preserve, my beloved, the prayer. In the midst of the arrows, in the midst of the closing, in the midst of the day fully named, my forefather took his stand for the noon prayer, the Salat al-Dur of the 10th of Muharram in the year 61 of the Hijra, 2 rak'at, performed in Salat al-Khawf, the prayer of fear, the prayer permitted to a believer when the arrows have not paused. And the arrows did not pause. The Lohuf preserves that my forefather ordered 2 of the 72 to step forward and shield the prayer. My forefather Zuhair, the son of Al-Kain of the tribe of Bajila, peace and blessings be upon him. And my forefather Said, the son of Abdillah of the tribe of Hanifa, peace and blessings be upon him, the lover, whom I named 2 nights ago. They stood in front of the line of fire. Every arrow that was aimed at my forefather Said received into his own body, and would not step back, the chronicles tell us, until the prayer behind him was complete. And when the prayer ended, my forefather Said fell. The Lohuf preserves what he said as he fell. O God, curse them as you cursed the people of Ad and Thamud. O God, convey our greetings to your messenger and tell him of the pain of the wounds we have borne, for we sought in this only your reward in our defense of the offspring of your messenger. Then he attained martyrdom. 13 arrows were found in his body, the count preserved in the Lohuf in addition to the sword and spear wounds. And the Ziyarat al-Nahiyya al-Muqaddasa preserves a salutation to him. Peace be on Said, the son of Abdullah of the tribe of Hanifa. Among the salutations the hidden Imam from behind the veils made to the companions of the field. The body of the lover, having held for the prayer to be complete, lowered itself into the earth he had crossed 3 days before from his home. And my forefather, the master of witnesses, having completed the prayer of the noon on the 10th, turned toward what was coming. I was not there, but I remember. The chronicles preserve the wounds, my beloved. The low hoof of Sayyedah, the son of Tawus, preserves a narration from my forefather Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq, peace and blessings be upon him. 33 wounds of the spear and 34 cuts of the sword upon the blessed body of al-Husayn. The low hoof preserves too that when the shirt of my forefather was later taken, 110 marks of arrows and spears were counted upon it. And the low hoof preserves another number, 72 wounds upon his body, the same number as the companions who had stood beside him. Hear what I am telling you, my beloved. Each wound was a separate witness. Each wound was a separate offering. Each wound was a separate yes, answering the question the covenant of Al-Araf had asked at the beginning of time. The horse, Dul Jana, the one with the 2 wings, the horse the chroniclers preserve by name, stayed with the master through every wound. The chronicles preserve the horse remaining beside him as the line closed. Wound after wound, offering after offering, yes after yes. I was not there, but I remember. The chronicles preserve, my beloved, the way the body went down. Not all at once, in stages, in the way a body goes that has been opened in too many places to close itself. The low hoof preserves a stone hurled from the line by an enemy whose name the chronicles record, the distance of God's mercy from him, the long, eternal, unappealable distance, striking my forefather on the forehead. The low hoof preserves what my forefather did next. He lifted the corner of his shirt and pressed it against the wound to stop the blood that was running from his head into his eyes. And then the arrow came. A poisoned 3-pronged arrow. Sahmun mufawaq bithalathi shu'ab in the classical Maqtal, preserved in the low hoof as the arrow that lodged in his blessed chest. The chronicles preserve the words my forefather spoke as it struck. In the name of God, and by God, and according to the religion of the messenger of God. And then the chronicles preserve him raising his face to the sky and saying, O God, you know that they are killing a man whose like is not on the face of the earth, the only grandson of the daughter of your messenger left living among your creation. The chronicles preserve the way he drew the arrow forth from his back and the way the blood that followed it gushed as though from a spring. The Irshad of Sheikh al-Mufid preserves the closing of the line around him, the spear thrusts and the sword cuts that I gave you in the count, one after another, each one a separate yes, until the chronicled blow that brought him from the horse to the ground, a sword stroke to the flank by a man named Salih, the son of Wahb of the tribe of Mazin. May the mercy of God be distant from him, which caused my forefather to fall on his right side from his horse. He stood on his feet. He fought on, weakening with every wound. And then, here the chroniclers preserve only their own failure to find a word for what they were trying to tell. The body settled against the dust. The horse, Duljana, the one with the two wings, did not leave him. The Ziyarat al-Nahiyya al-Muqaddasa preserves what the horse did next. With my forefather's blood smeared on its mane and forehead, it trotted back across the field toward the tents of the camp, neighing and crying, its saddle twisted around, so that the women of the household, before the men of the enemy reached them, knew from the agitated horse what the field had returned. The man on the field was not alone in the witness. He was the last witness left. And from the body that had settled against the dust, the body that had held the line of every covenant since Al-Iraf, there came one final motion. The body, wounded beyond what a body can hold, lowered itself into the prostration. I was not there, but I remember. The body, wounded beyond what a body can hold, performed the final prostration. The chronicles preserve it. Some say the body fell into Sajdah. Some say my forefather lowered himself into Sajdah while there was still strength in him to lower. Either way, my beloved, the last act of the body of the master of witnesses was a bow. The forehead on the desert, the body still, the sword no longer in the hand, the standard fallen, the horse beside. And from the prostration came the words my forefather had been carrying in his mouth since the morning, words first spoken aloud earlier that day. The chronicles tell us when my forefather Ali al-Akbar had fallen, and my forefather, the master of witnesses, had lifted his face to the sky and said, Raditu bi qada'ika, salamtu li amrika. I am pleased with your decree, I submit to your command. Preserved in Bihar al-Anwar, volume 44, attributed to my forefather Imam Husayn after the martyrdom of my forefather Ali al-Akbar on the day of Ashura. The same words now carried into the final prostration. The same submission spoken aloud in the morning when the sun fell, returning to the body when the father followed. And then, for those whose hearts can carry one more line, the offering itself. Ilahi, in kana hadha yurdika, fakhudh hatta tarda. O my Lord, if this pleases you, then take until you are satisfied. Hear what kind of sentence this is, my beloved. Take until you are satisfied. Not take what you will, not take what is sufficient. Take until you are satisfied. Until what we have offered is what you have accepted. Take it all. Take whatever you need to take. Take it again if you need to take it again. Take it without limit. Take it without measure. Take it as a man who has already offered everything else offers the last thing left, which is to say, take more. The man who refused to give his hand to Yazid, the son of Muawiyah, may the mercy of God be distant from him. The man who at the threshold of Medina, before any of this had begun, had said, someone like me does not give his pledge to someone like him. That man, on the noon on the 10th, having given everything else away, gave the offering itself. And what he gave until God was pleased. And in that prostration, the longest prostration in the history of the religion, the seed of Surah Al-Fath, the chapter of the conquest, sent forth its blade. forehead on the desert. The forehead pressed against the dust, the believer would press his forehead against in every prayer, in every land for the next 14.5 centuries. The dust beside my taper. And then, my beloved, and here I cannot speak as I have spoken for 9 nights. Ibn Sa'd, may the mercy of God be distant from him, called for volunteers. He asked for 10. 10 of his men rode forward. The chroniclers preserve their names so that we may remember them, and so that, remembering them, we may name what they did and place it on the long ledger that the criterion will, in the appointed hour, open. The Tarikh of Al-Tabari preserves them. The Lohuf preserves them. The Bihar of Volume 45 preserves them. May the mercy of God be distant from all of them. Ishaq, the son of Hoba, Al-Akhnas, the son of Mathad, Hakim, the son of Tufail of the tribe of Sab, Umar, the son of Sabi of the tribe of Sayyedah, Raja, the son of Munkid of the tribe of Abd, Salim, the son of Kaithama of the tribe of Jufa, Salih, the son of Wahb of the tribe of Jufa, Wahiz, the son of Ghanim, Hani, the son of Thubayt of the tribe of Hadramaut, Usaid, the son of Malik. The distance of God's mercy, the long, eternal, unappealable distance. The 10 rode forward. The body of the master of witnesses was in the prostration on the dust. The 10 horses rode across the body of my forefather, peace and blessings be upon him. And here, my beloved, here, the voice the hidden Imam has been carrying for 12 centuries, the voice that has crossed every night with you, that voice cannot finish the line. I cannot tell you what happened on that field at that hour. My beloved, I have tried for 12 centuries. There are no words. But there is, at the rise of land beside the field, what the pilgrims who walk to the shrine of my forefather today call Til-e-Zaynabiyyah, the mound where my aunt Sayyedah Zaynab, peace and blessings be upon her, watched. There is a moment the chronicles have preserved and that I want to hand to you now, before I tell you what happened later at the court of Ibn Ziyad. My aunt watched. She watched what no sister has ever been asked to watch. The Lahuf of Sayyid, the son of Tavus, preserves for us what she cried as she emerged from the tent. Ya layta al-sama waqa'at ala al-ard, ya layta al-jibal dukkat ala al-sal. Would that the heavens had fallen upon the earth, would that the mountains had been crushed upon the plain. And she turned to Umar, the son of Sa'd, may the mercy of God be distant from him, and she demanded an account of him. Ya Umar yuqtalu Abu Abdillah wa anta tanshuru ilay. O Umar, is Abu Abdillah being killed while you look at him? And it is recorded that Umar, though he held the command, turned his face away from her and wept until his tears soaked his beard. He did not stop his men, but he wept. May the mercy of God be distant from him for what he did not stop. For it is not the tear that decides the man, it is what the man does about the thing he is weeping over. And the lamentation tradition has preserved this transparently, the way the pulpits of the Husayniyah has preserved it for the centuries since. My aunt, having watched what could not be watched, knelt at the place of the body of her brother. She placed her hands upon what remained. She lifted her face toward the sky, and she offered the killing into the language of qurban, into the language of sacrifice. Allahumma taqabbal minna hadha al-qurban. O God, accept from us this sacrifice. Hear what kind of prayer this is, my beloved. The sister, standing at the place of the body of her brother, prayed the killing into the language of qurban, the same word the Quran uses for the offering of Abel in Surah Al-Ma'idah, the chapter of the table spread. The same word the Quran uses for what was ransomed in place of the son of Abraham, the great sacrifice of Surah Al-Safat, the chapter of those ranged in ranks, peace and blessings be upon them. Sayyedah Zaynab named what had been done at qurban, and by naming what the empire had performed for one set of reasons in the language her grandfather had taught her for an entirely different set of reasons, she lifted it. The empire performed the killing as desecration. The sister received the killing as offering. The empire intended an erasure. The sister received qurban. And in that receiving, in that one sentence, the sister, the master of witnesses, said, "On the rise of land beside the field, with the dust of my forefathers' prostration not yet settled." The killing the empire performed for one set of reasons became what God had been waiting for since the covenant of Al-Raf. What Abel offered, and what Abraham was prevented from offering, and what every prophet between them had asked to be allowed to offer, finally arrived. And the recovery of the voice begins. And later, my beloved, after the field had been left behind, after the captives had been gathered and the heads mounted on spears, after the caravan had crossed the desert that separates Karbala from Kufa, there is a moment I want to hand to you, briefly, because the full unfolding of what my aunt did in that hour, and in the hours after, when the caravan was driven on to Damascus, will be the work of the nights ahead, when, after Arbeen has called us back, the sister becomes our subject in her own right. Stand with me for one moment, my beloved, in the court of Ubayd Allah, the son of Ziyad. May the mercy of God be distant from him, in Kufa. The court has been arranged as a victory. The captives have been brought in. The head of the master of witnesses has been placed before the governor on his seat of office. My aunt Sayyedah Zaynab, peace and blessings be upon her, sat among the captive women. Unrecognized Ibn Ziyad asked who she was. He was told, Zaynab, the daughter of Ali. And he turned toward her with the satisfaction of one who thought he had won. And he asked her the question that the Lohuf preserves for us across the centuries. What did God do to your brother and your family? And my aunt answered, Maraitu illa jamilan. I saw nothing but beauty. Hear what kind of sentence this is, my beloved. Not, I saw what God willed. Not, I trusted God despite what I saw. Not, I bore what I had to bear. I saw nothing but beauty. What my aunt named at the mound, my aunt named in the court. Offering on the mound, beauty in the court. The same act, named twice, by the same sister, from the two sides of the same crossing. What my aunt did with that sentence in that court, and what she would do again in the days ahead, when the caravan reached Damascus and a different tyrant asked her the same kind of question. Is the work I cannot finish tonight? We will return to it fully when the road after Ashura brings us back to the body of my forefather and forward to the captive's caravan, and the sister becomes the night. Tonight, on the eve of the 10th, and from the broken voice in which I have been speaking since the trampling, I give you only this much. My aunt Sayyedah Zaynab named what had been done at the mound qurban, and in the court of Ibn Ziyad, Jamil. Because she did both, even before the road to Damascus was walked, I, the hidden Imam, may our Lord hasten my return, can speak to you tonight in this broken voice and finish the night I have begun. The longer telling, what was said before. Maraitu illa jamilan. What was said after. The sermons that would shatter both courts, the chain of witness that begins in that hour and has not closed since, comes when we walk together again, after Arbin has called us back. And so, my beloved, broken voice and all, we close. The named caravan extends one more time, briefly scaled to the night. Peace upon Muslim, my forefather, peace and blessings be upon him. Peace upon her, peace and blessings be upon him. Peace upon Wahab, peace and blessings be upon him. Peace upon Qasim and Ali al-Akbar, peace and blessings be upon them both. Peace upon An and Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon them both, the sons of my aunt Sayyedah Zaynab and my forefather Abdillah, the son of Ja'far at-Tayyar. Peace upon Habib, Burair, Zuhair, Sa'id, Muslim, the son of Awsaja, the lamps that would not flicker, peace and blessings be upon them all. Peace upon Abbas, my uncle, the moon of the Banu Hashim, peace and blessings be upon him. Peace upon Ali al-Asghar, the suckling, peace and blessings be upon him. Peace upon every name the chronicles preserve, and every name only my Lord preserves. Peace upon my forefather, the master of witnesses, peace and blessings be upon him. Peace upon the body folded around the infant. Peace upon the forehead in the desert. Peace upon the last Sajdah of the religion. Peace upon my aunt Sayyedah Zaynab, peace and blessings be upon her, sister of the master of witnesses, the one who saw what was beautiful. And peace, 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 peace upon every witness in every land who has, since that hour, refused to bow to other than God. To the young men of the southern villages of Lebanon and the medics in the basements of Gaza, to the Sunni families of Bukamal and the Iraqi defenders of the shrines, to the children of Minab and the families of the sacred defense, to the 21 on the beach in Libya, to every name only my Lord preserves. To Hajj Qasim, to Hajj Imad, to Hajj Abu Mahdi, to Sayyid Abbas, to Sayyid Hassan, to Imam Khomeini, to Imam Khamenei, to every man and every woman in every land in every age who has been wronged because they said, our Lord is God. To my mother Fatima, peace and blessings be upon her, who placed the dust beside the taper tonight, and who is, as she has always been, the one who carries the household's grief across the centuries that have not yet ended. And to me, the hidden Imam, may our Lord hasten my return. My beloved, pray ardently for my return. The road from here is the road to our being. The road from our being is the road to the body I will, by the mercy of my Lord, find waiting for me when I return. The question we've asked for 9 nights, and that I, behind the veils, ask you tonight in the only voice I have left. Where is your brother? Where is your brother?